Hi, I'm Kenzie. Welcome back to my podcast. If you are just joining, welcome. Today we will be talking about a very special VHS called Elmo Visits the Firehouse. Ready? Here we go. This special starts out with Maria and Elmo at Hooper's store. They were going to have lunch together. Alan was there to take their orders. Maria wanted fried chicken. Elmo wanted a grilled cheese sandwich, a pickle, and milk. Suddenly the smoke alarm was heard. There was smoke! That meant there was a fire somewhere in Hooper's store. Alan grabbed the fire extinguisher, and Maria and Elmo stayed low and went out of Hooper's store so Maria could call the fire department. While Maria did that, Elmo was afraid of what he saw. It turned out the grease in the fryer caught fire. Alan wasn't sure he put it out, though. It sure was a scary scene. After the scary part was over, the chief said that Alan got lucky because nothing else caught fire except the grease. Alan apologized to the chief for bothering the firefighters. The chief told them fighting fires was their job. He also told him that if one saw a fire, call the fire department right away. Finally, he told Elmo if he saw fire or smoke, tell a grown-up. After the chief left the scene, Alan and Maria were about to go back inside Hooper's store, but Elmo didn't want to. He was so scared. A firefighter named Bill noticed that Elmo was upset and asked him if he would like to learn about his firefighter's outfit so he wouldn't feel scared. Bill talked about his coat, his pants, his boots, his helmet, his mask, and his air tank. Breathing too much smoke can make people sick, you know. After learning about the outfit, Elmo felt a little bit better. Then Bill had an idea. He wondered if Elmo and Maria would like to visit the firehouse. Elmo said okay, but he didn't know what to expect. The scene transitions to Elmo and Maria at the firehouse. Bill was expecting them. He showed them the exercise room, the dining area, the fire pole, and the pumper. Elmo even got to go inside the pumper like a firefighter. Bill showed Elmo the huge hose on the pumper. Elmo thought being a firefighter would be great, so Bill made Elmo wear a real firefighter helmet. Then Elmo told Bill a secret about being scared before. Bill explained to him he was scared because he was in a fire. After Bill told Elmo the safety instructions, it was chow time. Elmo got to have his lunch he didn't have earlier. How lucky is that? The scene then transitions to Alan and Maria at Hooper's store talking about the trip. Elmo felt much better. In fact, he felt a whole lot better as he was playing with his fire truck. After the story about how Elmo visited the firehouse, there was a brief scene where kids talked about firefighters and how amazing they are. Then the scene transitions to Elmo with firefighter Susan. They taught us what to do if there was a fire. Then the scene transitions to a wolf as a firefighter and the 3 pigs escaping their houses. They sing a song about not going back inside when there was a fire. Then the scene transitions to Ernie letting us guess what he was holding behind his back. It was Fire Chief Rubber Ducky. Then the scene transitions to a drawing of a firefighter and a fire-breathing dragon. Then the scene transitions to a song about how one's dad is a firefighter. Then the scene transitions to Elmo's World. Finally, am I right? I mean, this is an Elmo's World podcast. Anyway, this starts out with Elmo introducing himself, his world, and his goldfish Dorothy. He told the viewers to guess what he's thinking about today. He opened door to reveal firefighters. That's what Elmo was thinking about, firefighters. Then we saw some examples of firefighters. After that, Dorothy had a question about firefighters. The question was, what do firefighters wear to keep safe? Elmo went to ask Mr. Noodle's sister, Miss Noodle. First, Miss Noodle thought firefighters wore football uniforms. Then she thought they wore shining armor. Finally, she wore a firefighter's uniform. She even pretended to fight a fire, but there was no water. All of a sudden, water came spewing out of the hose. At that point, Dorothy wanted to ask someone else. One boy showed us that firefighters wore special gloves. One boy showed us that firefighters wore a special coat. And one girl showed us that firefighters wore special boots. Then Elmo asked a baby. The baby had a helmet. Afterwards, the firefighters were seen. Elmo thought they must be getting ready to fight a fire. Then Elmo had a question for us. How many firefighters are in the fire truck? The answer was 12 firefighters and 1 elephant hose. Then Computer entered the scene. Elmo had an email. He clicked the mouse and it revealed Oscar. He told us that this email was not about firefighters. Instead, it was about making burnt toast. The firefighters saw what was happening and rushed to the scene. The trash can was on fire. The firefighters fought that fire and it was out. Oscar couldn't believe the firefighters ruined his burnt toast. Now it was all wet and soggy, which didn't sound too bad to him. Then he soon realized that the email was about firefighters. Then Elmo noticed that hot trash cans can burn you. That made him wonder what else can burn you. Well, birthday cakes can't burn you, but the candles on a cake can. Stoves can burn you. Bowls can't burn you unless there's hot porridge in them. Baby Bear wanted his porridge to cool. The big bad wolf entered the scene to help him. Except he helped himself to some porridge and blew Baby Bear away. Then Elmo mentioned that his friend Sabrina knew that fire can burn you. She practiced what to do in case there was a fire. Then Elmo decided to practice getting low and going. Afterwards, he wanted to learn more about firefighters. He did that by watching the Firefighters channel on TV. On the Firefighters channel, we heard a story about a firefighting dog named Mike. In the end, it turned out he was just dreaming. After the program, Elmo wanted to learn even more about firefighters. He opened door to reveal Firefighter Richard, the other firefighters, and the fire truck. Firefighter Richard talked about that being a firefighter is scary, but he takes care of himself by wearing special clothes and helping keep each other safe. Then Dorothy was imagining Elmo as a firefighter. Firefighter Richard mentioned that firefighters also help animals. Firefighter Elmo helped a kitten who was in a tree. Firefighter Richard then mentioned that firefighters help people who are hurt. Firefighter Elmo helped another Elmo put a bandage on his nose. After Firefighter Richard went home to cook dinner for his kids, Elmo mentioned that he and Dorothy love firefighters. That's why Dorothy wanted to sing the Firefighters song. So Elmo played the Firefighters song on the piano to the tune of Jingle Bells. Then he, Dorothy, the firefighters, and the fire truck said goodbye. This video also included a Hero Guy segment where Baby Bear and Hero Guy try to save a kitten up in a tree. And that's how the video ends. So yeah, that's Elmo Visits the Firehouse. If you would like to play again, just go back to the beginning of this episode. See you next time. Bye!